What is up, players? It's WarbossTae up in his mug, feeling bright and chipper and ready to go. It is my day 9 video for the 2016 WarbossTae Painting Challenge. It's really like May 19th or 20th, but I am catching up because I've been out. For those of you who haven't seen my last video, my day 8 video, which was kind of a bummer. I think because I was filming, it was a little bit later at night, and I kind of wanted to keep my voice down. It sounded kind of very sad and depressing, especially when you see my smushed fingers. Let me tell you, oh boy, if you've never smashed your fingers like when you were a little kid and you get your fingers caught in a door or anything like that, it is not fun. I seriously thought my fingertips were going to fall off. They had bulged out to this weirdly cartoonish... It looked like a cartoon when Bugs Bunny hits Elmer Fudd's finger, or Sylvester hits his finger with a little mallet or something, and it's this huge bulging like thing. It was terrible. Anyways, let's get on to this video. So you saw a box full of clan rats. The clan rats are going to be my goal for today. I was able to get through, I think this is what, seven guys, and my philosophy on painting these clan rats has changed a bit. I'm not really too sure what the new Age of Sigmar fluff is for Skaven, but I'm going to be painting these up for commission with the idea in my mind that they are divided into 2 units of Skaven clan rats and Skaven slaves. And if my client wants to combine them into one giant unit, there's really no huge difference other than 20 of them are... Oh, I guess you can't, right? Because 20 of them are equipped with spears and 20 are equipped with hand weapons. That's kind of what they give you in the Island of Blood box set. But I'm painting them up yesterday, and I was like, wait, I'm making the clan rats have the better armor, when I thought a cool thing for this army would be that the Skaven generals and commanders and whatever their equivalent are would have seen other Skaven armies being attacked by humans and Dwardines and elves and Oruks, and decided that, you know what, the enemy always seemed to go for the well-equipped, nice, clean-looking ones, and just assuming that the slaves are the dirty, ratty-looking ones. So I've decided to kind of make an opposite kind of color scheme. So the clan rats really are the ones equipped with spears because of their seniority, because they are better at fighters, or they are just more Skaven-like. They're equipped with this long, stabby, pointy things that you can stab from a far distance away. The slaves, which they don't care about, are equipped with hand weapons, in which case they have to really get close to do any damage. But right before the battle starts, I have it that the Skaven clan rats equip themselves in dark, dirty, tatty, very plain-looking robes with black armor, or armor that has been smudged and painted over with black oil, so they look really just kind of ratty-looking. Oh, but and they make their slaves put on this painted, almost like cardboard plates of armor and brightly colored cloth, so that the enemy will see them and think, oh, look, they're good. Those are the strong guys. Those are the guys we want to get. And so they go for the ones that they think are clan rats, but they're really just slaves in bright armor. I think that's a great concept, and I thought, okay, well, how can I identify them? So I thought, okay, I'll paint my clan rats in drab, dark, muted colors like black, dark browns, very plain and very nondescript because they want to blend in. But in order for them to signify among themselves, once they get up close, am I talking to a clan rat or a stanky old slave, they're going to give themselves the power color, which is red. So they've tied red strings around their waists, they've got red strings tied around their wrists, and so they know how to identify themselves if in the midst of the battle they're fighting and they realize that they're next to somebody. They know how to identify them. Are they deserving of respect like a fellow clan rat? Or, like this guy, are they a slave? I decided to make yellow the color for the slave because red and yellow are very, very strong contrasting colors. So this clan or slave is wearing brightly colored cardboard armor, and by all intents and purposes, because of the bright cloth and his look, you would think that he's a very respectable clan rat, but he's got a yellow icon on him. So yellow is the defining color of the slaves, or the cowards, or whatever. even their leader here has the upside down triangle, which is kind of symbolic of the skaven themselves. It's really easy to paint a skaven symbol. You just do 3 triangles, but make the endpoints longer than the actual triangle, and then you make what looks like a rat with horns. So I've made their shield designs for the slaves very intricate, very detailed, very interesting to look at. And for the clan rats themselves, I've made their symbols very plain, just like a wooden shield with a white 3-slashed horned rat look. And that's it. We'll see how I get on. My goal is to finish painting the Skaven by the end of tonight and maybe tomorrow to show you for my day 10. But I wanted to share my day 9 answer for the daily question. What is my favorite fictional setting and what draws me to it is the Warhammer Fantasy role-playing universe of 1st edition. Now, there's a very distinct difference between 1st and 2nd edition. In the 1st edition, there were mutants, which were humans that had been touched by chaos, and they were just slightly mutated. Maybe they had an extra eye, or their skin turned bright red, or all of their like fingers fell off, and you know there are things that might be cosmetic and they might have a little bit of a difference. But in the 2nd edition, they really tried to go away from taking what is human and recognizable and what is known from fictional universes. Like Tolkien at the time was a strong inspiration. You can see that this depiction of Aldor very much looks like Minas Tirith, with these layered, building up, kind of everything building on top of each other kind of design, but with a little weird, twisted, dark tone to it. And that's what I love. I think Tolkien's universe is terrific, but it was just a little too high fantasy for me. And as an extension, like the Dungeons and Dragons universes, even Game of Thrones, which is much more rooted in realism and human political things, I thought was a little too unfantasy-like. So this was a great kind of middle ground for me. I really enjoyed how weird and dark and kind of hopeless the universe was in Warhammer Fantasy 1st edition. But going on that kind of theme, if your hero was smart enough and strong enough, he could probably survive and thrive, and it would change him as a person, but he would be able to excel in this universe. I thought it was such a great setting, and it wasn't tied to the war game, really. It was more about role-playing and individual themes and stuff like that. So I miss it. I love it. I love the old world. I really, really miss it. But there's my answer for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video.